In the ancient city of Jerusalem, within the hushed confines of an upstairs room, Jesus and his disciples gathered for the Passover. This was no ordinary meal. It was to be their last together before he would return to his Father. The air was thick with unspoken emotions, a blend of love, anticipation, and looming sorrow. Peter, seated closest to Jesus, felt his heart stirred by a complex mix of emotions. He admired and loved his master, but he was nervous of what may come. Peter couldn't help but wonder what the future held for him and his brothers. As the evening deepened, Jesus rose and quietly took a loaf of bread. With eyes full of gratitude, he looked towards heaven and thanked God for the nourishment. The disciples watched, sensing the gravity of the moment as Jesus prepared to share the bread. Gently, Jesus broke the bread into smaller pieces. His movements were deliberate and meaningful, each fragment a symbol of something greater. He handed the pieces to his disciples, his gaze meeting each of theirs with profound love. "This is my body," Jesus said, his voice resonating with a gentle authority, "which is given for you. Do this to remember me." Peter received the bread, his heart swelling with a mixture of awe and profound sadness. The bread was simple, yet it carried a weight of unimaginable love and sacrifice. He couldn't help but feel unworthy of such a gift. Next, Jesus took a cup of wine, his eyes once again lifting in gratitude towards heaven. He thanked God for the gift of the vine, a symbol of life and renewal. The disciples watched intently, their hearts filled with anticipation. He offered the cup to his friends, his gaze lingering on each of them, conveying a message of love and trust. They each took the cup reverently, aware of the sacred moment they were sharing. "This is my blood," Jesus explained, his voice filled with compassion, "which is poured out for the forgiveness of sin." Each disciple held the cup with reverence, understanding the gravity of Jesus' words. It was a moment of profound realization, a turning point in their lives and the history of humankind. In the quiet room, love and promise filled the air. Jesus taught his disciples about the greatest gift, his own life, given to save everyone from sin. His words were gentle, but carried immense power. It was more than a meal. It was the beginning of a new way to remember and follow him. The bread and the cup became symbols of his everlasting sacrifice, a constant reminder of his boundless love. Peter's heart swelled with faith as he listened. He knew that though Jesus would soon leave, his love and promises would live forever in their hearts. The bond they shared was unbreakable. Together they shared this special dinner, forever linked by the bread and cup, symbols of Jesus' everlasting sacrifice. The meal was a covenant, a promise of eternal life and forgiveness. As the night progressed, Jesus spoke of a new commandment, to love one another as he had loved them. His words were a beacon of hope, guiding them towards a future of unity and compassion. Peter listened intently, his heart stirred by the depth of Jesus' love. He vowed to uphold this new commandment, to love others as Christ had loved him, no matter the cost. As the evening drew to a close, Jesus washed the feet of his disciples, an act of profound humility and service. Peter initially protested, feeling unworthy of such an honor. "Unless I wash you, you have no part with me," Jesus gently explained. Peter, understanding the deeper meaning, humbly submitted, allowing Jesus to cleanse him. Jesus explained that by serving one another, they would truly understand the essence of his teachings. Humility and love were the keys to following him. The disciples continued the Passover meal with a renewed understanding. The bread and the wine were no longer just elements of a ritual, but symbols of a profound and personal connection with Jesus. As the evening waned, Jesus spoke of his imminent departure. He knew the time was near when he would return to his Father in heaven. The disciples grew somber, sensing the weight of his words. Peter, overcome with emotion, vowed to remain loyal to Jesus, even unto death. He could not imagine a world without his beloved teacher and friend. Jesus, knowing Peter's heart, gently foretold that before the rooster crowed, Peter would deny him 3 times. The words were spoken with love, yet carried a sting of inevitable truth. Peter, aghast, vehemently denied the possibility.
He could never betray Jesus, the one he loved and followed. His heart was sincere, but his resolve would soon be tested.
After the meal, Jesus led his disciples to the Garden of Gethsemane. He sought solace in prayer, knowing the trials that lay ahead. The disciples remained nearby, their hearts heavy with concern. As Jesus prayed, Peter and the other disciples struggled to stay awake. The weight of the evening and the looming uncertainty had taken their toll. Soon the guards arrived, and Jesus was arrested. In the ensuing chaos, Peter, filled with fear, denied knowing Jesus 3 times, just as Jesus had foretold.